So, the Casagrandes now had its movie that it was the same as the Loud House movie. Well, probably for me. What is my main problem with this movie, you ask me? I recently watched the review of the movie from Crimson Devil 768. Okay, I'll get to the full details, where I want to criticize this movie. Oh, where do I begin with? The Casagrandes is a spin-off of a wildly popular Nickelodeon show, The Loud House, based on the characters created by Chris Savino. Developed by Michael Rubiner and Miguel Puga, it centered around one of its prominent side characters named Ronnie Ann Santiago, after she moved in from Royal Woods to Great Lake City, where numerous adventures ensued. This cartoon feels like it's just one of those shows that was just created to make as much money as fast as possible, and it just feels like an overall pointless thing to make. It reminds me of the Cleveland Show, as that cartoon was basically the spin-off of Family Guy, just as this cartoon is the spin-off of The Loud House. The characters here are basically just trip-offs of the characters in The Loud House. Hector and Flip are both greedy cheapskates like Mr. Krabs. Carlos and Lisa, both are incredibly smart. Frida and Howard, both of them are worrywarts, but Frida is just a drama queen. Carlotta is bossy like Lori and obsessed with fashion like Leanie. Then there is Carl, though he is a nuisance and the most annoying character in this show. The only good characters here are the grandma, CJ, Bobby, and Sid Chang, since their character development was better. Then we come to the worst thing about this show, and that is Ronnie Ann. The writers of this show basically turned Ronnie Ann into a Lincoln's clone. In The Loud House, Ronnie Ann had a rugged tomboyish persona, but in this show she is basically turned into Lincoln 2.0, which sucks. All the good things are starting to end and began collapsing, since The Loud House has become most watchable than its spin-off, so Nickelodeon has decided to have the show cancelled after its third season. Can't say that I blame them. The rabid fans are upset and has been driving Nickelodeon crazy for cancelling the best character of the show, and they would not see Sid Chang before going back to The Loud House as recurring characters for some reasons. Some people are felt excited when the show got cancelled after season 3, and they find this show to be forced and boring, and find Ronnie Ann to be a wasted Loud House character. Heck, Ronnie Ann also appears in The Loud House in some episodes after the Casagrandes was cancelled, but it wasn't even long enough. After Netflix and Nickelodeon Movies has announced that they will be starting the production, and they greenlit the Casagrandes movie and made a movie about stupid demigod, I thought I was looking forward to watch it, but I was wrong. I am hoping that at least the movie on Netflix has had what I liked about the show, since this a conclusion for the show, especially since this film is not going down the musical route like the Loud House movie, which I did not expect. The Netflix film The Casagrandes Movie is an enjoyable enough film that has good voice acting, nice-looking 2D animation, a good enough and interesting villain, likable main characters, and some new elements added into this film that were not established in the show. This film is not spectacular by any means, but it was a good conclusion of sorts to the show that people who watched the show will like, and for those who have not seen the show, the film is good and enjoyable enough so you do not have to see the show to watch this movie. The main Casagrande family is likable enough, with Ronnie Ann Santiago trying to get alone time on her 12th birthday away from her family by going to the skateboard stadium with Sid, until accidentally releasing a demigod. I like Ronnie Ann trying to fix what she did by working with her family, and since her and her mother tends to disagree, her mom has to learn to give Ronnie Ann space to be on her own, and Ronnie Ann has to fix her issues and make up with her mom by the end. The rest of the Casagrande family are not in the film that much, but they are entertaining and likable enough, with each one of them having a certain personality or quirk, along with them helping in the third act. I like the family relationship between Ronnie Ann and her family, and I would have liked to have seen them more because they are not given much to do. Lastly, the history of Mexico and the Casagrande family was interesting, along with the new additions of demigods and magic that was not in the show but was cool seeing, with the improved animation and the bright visuals to make it investing to watch. The villain is this demigod Pungwari, who was fine, like she is not bad or anything, I just thought she was a good enough villain for a movie like this, with her backstory having a connection of sorts, the Casagrande family, and her being an angst-filled teenager who wanted to be a god despite not being ready for it. The elements introduced in this were not established in the show, that being any magic or god elements, which is used in the villain's plan in some way involving taking over Mexico for her own doing. The 2D animation looks the same as the show, just with more movements and certain shading details to make it look improved on, with bright visuals and colors making Mexico look pretty, and there was an occasional funny moment. There is not much else to say because this film does not have a complicated premise or anything really big or noteworthy. I will just say that this was an easy watch. Another criticism: the conflict between Ronnie Ann and Maria is just insane. That Ronnie Ann gets into an argument with Maria when the thing doesn't even go in her way, in just the way of pointless drama. Oh, and it was lucky that the Loud family didn't even feature in this movie. Also, I didn't even get a chance to watch the ending credits part, and after that, the executives have thanked the viewers for watching after its hard work, despite its low viewership, that no one gives a shit about that spin-off. I bet the writers has dedicated to those who like the spin-off, but the thing that made me stop watching this movie is that the name of the stupid and toxic Ronnie Ann name mentioned in the music playlist. Oh really? I bet that the toxic fandom shippers have been driving the writers crazy over a stupid and toxic shipping. Are you happy now? Wow. Just fucking wow. What a messy way to make this with some toxic shit. Ugh. I thought I was thinking that this movie would be a success without any referencing the toxic fandom, but that movie has lied to me. My verdict is 4 out of 10. This is why, because of that stupid toxic shipping that the fandom has done. I now stopped watching this movie ever again, but I was glad that No Time to Spy, a Loud House movie, was not the same thing as the Loud House movie and the Casagrandes movie, so I find Disney and Pixar's Coco to be better than the Casagrandes movie. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. And you can let me know in the comments and what are your thoughts on this movie. Okay, that is enough of talking. Would you guys excuse me? I'll just go and play Disney Infinity.